Hey YouTube, welcome to the fourth video in our series where we're building this Uplifting Trance track for 2025 in Ableton Live. But if you're in a different DAW, it doesn't matter. You should still be able to follow along. But let me know if you're having any issues. Please feel free to drop some questions in the comments. So in this video, we're going to flesh out the effects area more, and specifically I'm saying like the snare drum fills, the kick drum fills, and maybe like get some drives and acids in there. Before I go, let me give you a preview of the track so you hear where we're at so far. Okay. So I'm gonna stop it there just because you guys get the idea, and because I heard an idea that I was kind of working on right here. I think I want to make the kick drum, the base of the kick drum cut out. So one nice trick is using the high pass on the channel here and just cutting out the kick in certain spots, but not fully. So if we play that back. Yeah, something like that I want to do, and maybe bring the open hat in just a little bit early there. And you see. Okay, and maybe make it do a roll right here. We can make it go double time. So next thing we're gonna add is a snare drum fill. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna go into our sample pack again. So we added our snare roll in this spot, and now we can sort of use that in some other spots to make the track interesting. Cool. And so I definitely hear the kick drum doing eighth notes right here, but not, I don't think so heavy. Or maybe if it does, it's gotta come down. Maybe it starts heavy. You know what? Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to start with eighth notes and have the kick drum fade out with velocity. Well, using the velocity to fade it out like this. Okay, so here we're going to snap it to 16th notes. Zoom in so we can see what we're doing. Perfect. All right, so we just took a little bit of time to craft a nice kick roll here. This one's a bit generic, to be honest, but this type of thing, like these spots right here, how you craft your kick rolls and everything like that, is your opportunity to shine and be an individual and creative artist. That being said, sometimes generic is all you need. There's really nothing wrong with that. So this is working for now. Again, as the track develops, I might create a kick roll or something and a spot later on that's more tailored for the track, and then I can recycle that in moments like this. But for now, to build up the track, this is good enough placeholder. So let's hear what this build up sounds like now. Great. I feel like it's just coming in a little too heavy at first. A little too heavy-handed, so we're just going to bring that down. You can also do sort of like a crash fill thing. Now, the next thing we can do is add in some more fill effects. Now, I was going through the sound pack. I actually do like the single fill that we have in here. Okay, so maybe I can use that like right here. So this is like 1 bar. Yeah, that was cool. So maybe we take the kick drum out here. Or what if we even just use the... I wonder what about the end? There we go. So I didn't need the whole sample, I think. I think I'm just going to use that little portion. And this is like a quick lesson for you guys. Don't be afraid to sort of tailor the samples for how you need them. And that's how you sort of avoid, I don't know, lack of creativity and stuff not sounding right for your project. Now, there is quite a bit of bass frequency stuff going on down here, so let's cut that out pretty high. We don't need much of anything. And I'm just putting it through some delay effects and seeing what happens. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need is some fills. So I had to go into a different sample pack for this one. And this is sort of like these breakbeat little effects fill things. Something like that. Ooh, kind of like that. Let's see what happens if we put one in here. It actually works pretty well with that other effect that I put in there. So what if we actually shorten this? Okay, so yeah, I think that works pretty well with the fill that we put in there earlier. So let's hear what it sounds like in context. All right, next thing we're going to add is the drives layer and potentially some acids. Really depends on what's going to sort of fit for this production. So let's start with the drives. I think that makes the most sense. And I do talk about in the other videos sort of the different uses between drives and acids. And I guess since they're so similar, I think it actually does make sense to make an acid track as well. And again, they are similar, but also just sort of different in play how you play them and sort of how you use them. Okay, guys, so I just took some time to add some different drive sounds into the track, and I also put some acid effects in there. I think the only thing I'm really missing is some type of acid lead, maybe. And I think that's all we really need to add in there. I don't think we need any more drives for now. Again, all of this is subject to change as we start building up the track, but let's give it a listen. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go through each of these drive sounds. I'm going to clean them up like I typically do. First thing, we're going to filter out all the low end that we do not need from these sounds. So we're going to do that to both of these drives. We already did it to one. Okay. So we're just going to listen to them real quick. Okay. That's cool. We might keep building that out. We're going to need sort of even more going on, but we'll keep working on that as we build out the track. I think the last thing we're missing is sort of the top acid sound, and let's see what we can come up with. So give me a minute to play with some sounds. We'll add something in and then go from there. So here's the acid that I settled with for now. Okay, and then we're going to hear it in context. Okay, so there we are. That's it for today's episode. So, again, we added some drives, we added some acids. We also worked on the kick fills and snare drum fills. And we did quite a bit. We really started to fill the track out. And we're about getting to the point where we're ready for atmospheres and leads. And if you have a keen eye, you might have noticed that I have like a pluck runner here. That was just something that as I was sort of building up the track, I just couldn't help but sort of jot down an idea I heard. And if you're somebody who can hear musical ideas like that, you might start hearing ideas as you're assembling the track. And so don't be afraid to put those ideas down, but at the same time, don't deviate from your process of trying to assemble the track together, because some of those ideas can, especially if we start to add melodies and stuff too soon, it could actually make it harder for us to build the track up. So it depends on the way you like to work. I mean, I don't know. Everybody works differently. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, see you on the next one.